Hi guys, it's Nick. Okay, as you've probably seen the title, you'll know this video is going to be all about packaging up your items ready to send to FBA. You don't have to bag everything you send in, and I don't bag everything by a long shot, but I do bag certain products. In fact, you have to bag certain products like plushes, anything that's got material showing, you have to bag it up. And when you're sending in a lot of used items, as I do, you do end up having to package a lot of things. So I get a lot of questions asking me what I use to do my bagging, etc. Where do I get my products from and all this stuff, and what do I choose to use? So I thought I'd just make a video. I've been doing an FBA shipment today. I'm surrounded by stuff and I've just been bagging all the stuff that needs to be bagged. So I thought, while I've got all this stuff around me and I've got the products accessible, I'll quickly make a video and share how I do it. I mean, this is only what I do. There will be lots of different ways of doing this and different products that people choose. But I've been doing FBA for nearly a year now, and I've experimented with lots of different packaging products and bags, etc. And I've ended up with a few kind of staple products that cover all the bases. And yeah, I'm really happy with the stuff I use now, and I've found some really cheap suppliers. What I'm going to do is put links in the box below here to all the products that I'm going to show. So if you like the look of them, you can go across and pick them up for yourself. I've managed to find suppliers for all of this stuff on Amazon, so it's super quick, super easy. So right, we'll start with the small stuff. I used to use 2 or 3 different sizes of grip seal bags. That's these little poly bags with the little seal strip there. But I've ended up with one size does all, really. And the size that I think is perfect and I really love using is this, which is 4 inches by 5.5 inches. Now I've ended up with this because I send in a lot of loose cartridges. So that's Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, all that sort of stuff, and they all sit perfectly in this bag and look fantastic in those. I was buying bags that were about half the size to send up Game Boy Advance games, loose DS carts, that sort of thing. Oh, hang on, I'm dropping stuff. These sort of things. But I found, to be honest, you can just use this one size and then fold it over just to make it neat. And when you stick the label on, you can just stick it down so it stays put. So these, for example, that are going up in this shipment, I've got a Mario Kart Advance there, and that's all you need. And they are so cheap. These are $1.79 for 100, and that's delivered. So even if you do buy the smaller size, you're hardly saving yourself anything anyway, because they're so cheap. And this size just does everything. So there's another one, that's Earthworm Jim, Game Boy Advance again. Another one there, Golden Sun. So yeah, I love those. They're so handy for various little products, memory cards, that sort of stuff. So yeah, those are great. And then moving up to larger sizes. Like I said, I've experimented with all different sizes of poly bags. I've ended up with 2 sizes and then something else for CDs that I'll show you as well. The smaller size poly bags I go for are these. These are 7" by 9". They're just plain poly bags. These you can get for £2.50 for 100, so they're really cheap as well. They're actually food bags, but they are really durable. I've not had any problems with these ripping or tearing. They don't have any suffocation warnings on, so if you do go for these, specifically the larger ones I'll show you in a minute, you will need to get some suffocation warning stickers. Again, I'll drop the link to those below. They work out less than a penny each. But yeah, this size is really handy. I've been experimenting sending in little toys to life characters, you know, the like Skylanders, and these, which are what do they call it, Disney Infinity. So you've got a little Iron Man here, and because they're used, they don't have any packaging, so you need to package them in some way. I wasn't sure if I was going to bubble wrap these or even box them, but then they're designed for kids and they are really actually super sturdy. So I've sent a few of these in, not had any comeback from the packaging at all, and there's your label just stuck on there. So this size has been handy for that, and for very small plushes that go in these. This one that's going up today, this is just a Simpsons 8 ball, goes in one of those perfectly. So that's the smaller size I use. I was using these for CDs. Now most CDs, you know, if it's just a normal like hard case CD, you won't need to bother bagging it. You just stick your label straight on there, and that's what I do. But what I have been doing, when I get a limited edition card, this sort of thing, cardboard case one, that, or maybe something that is obviously a collector's item and is going for quite a lot of money, and if it's card as well, I don't want to be sticking the sticker on the actual thing. I'm quite a collector of CDs and music, and if I received, you know, an album in a limited edition card case with a great big sticker stuck across the back of it, which when I tried to peel it off, the trouble is, even if it's a kind of glossy cover like this, those stickers, they rip the gloss off and they leave a mark where the sticker was, or worst case, they will actually rip the cardboard. So what I have been using are these. These are little cellophane CD sleeves, and they're, I think it's about £4 something for 200 was what I found, and I'm so glad I tried these out. Basically, you just slide the CD in. What I do with these is I put the little fold over bit to the front, and after you slide it in, it folds to the back. There's a little rip and stick strip on it, and then look at that, perfect. It just finishes off the product perfectly. And then of course you get the bonus that when you stick your FBA label on, it's not stuck on the product. So if it's a rare collectible CD or just a CD that's in a cardboard case, it's not going to damage the product. So yeah, I'd recommend those. Really glad I went for those. But the larger size of plain polybag I've ended up with is 10 inches by 15 inches. Again, similar sort of quality. I think these are actually designed as food bags again, but they are perfect for all manner of stuff. Some of the things that I'm sending up today is these kids training pants, for example. I've been sending up a load of these tie beanies. Now there's very little money in these. Don't rush out and buy tie beanies to send into Amazon. I ended up buying a job lot of these super cheap, and I'm just sending them in. It's a bit of an experiment really, but most of them there's no real value. Just a good example of how versatile these bags are. So that's those. Electronics, like awkward size electronics that have all the wires, because this is a used item. It doesn't have its packaging, so again, perfect for that sort of stuff. So that's the 10 inch by 15 inch, and that's pretty much it for small size bags. Oh, those ones, for 100 it's about £4. I think £3.99 I paid on the last lot of those. I'll drop the link below to those as well. Now the other thing, of course, you all know me, I love my board games, and I have sent loads of stuff up. I've been experimenting in different ways of doing it. One way is super cheap, and I was doing this for quite a while. I've sent loads and loads up using this method and not had any comeback, and that is to use good old packing paper. Just make sure you buy the decent thick stuff if you're going to use this method. There'll be a link below to that as well. And then just cut a strip of it off. Doesn't matter how wide you go really, but about 4 or 5 inches should cover it. Wrap it round so you end up with your game looking like that, and then simply stick it at the back. Make it a bit neater than this. This is just an example. If you are going to use this method, I'd recommend really pulling it tight so it can't move. Otherwise you'll just end up with a sleeve that will just slide off, and then, you know, the whole point of it will be gone. So yeah, that works out super cheap. But I have also been bagging my board games. I found a supplier that was doing these large bags with suffocation warning labels printed on. These are 20" by 30", but they were quite expensive and really quite thin. It's probably not going to show on here, but they're really thin, and I wasn't that impressed with the quality, especially for the price. And to be honest, you're only saving yourself a penny getting ones with printed on. So I looked for an alternative, and I'm glad I did, because I found these, and these are awesome. They are massive. Well, they're the same size as those, but the quality is so much better. So these are 20" by 30" again. Let's see the size of this. They're monster, absolute monsters. They don't have the suffocation warning on, so you will have to bear that in mind if you get some of these. But like I said, it's a penny a sticker, so it's not going to break the bank. And yeah, these are great. They are so thick. The quality of these is immense. And I've sent Guitar Heroes up in these. I've sent big bulky electronic equipment up in these, and they're totally up to the job. And this will cope with any board game. In fact, they're too big for some board games, in which case you can either fold it over, or what I've been doing is just cutting it to size and then just sealing it flat. So that's those. And these, again, I found a supplier through Amazon for these, and they, at the moment, they're 50. Yeah, you buy them in lots of 50, and they're about £4. I think just over £4 for 50. I'll drop the link below to those, but those are so cool. Yeah, so that's that. Is it quite sad that I get excited about plastic bags? It really is, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I think I've covered everything. The only other thing, of course, that we all will need if you're going to do your own labelling are these. You can get, I can't remember the numbers now, but it's a £5 a box of these. I think it's for about 1,000 labels, 21 per page labels. So I'll drop a link below to those as well. So if you do need to get any of those supplies, please feel free to check out the links below. So that's it. I think I've mentioned everything I was going to. Oh, I'll just show you this one. I meant to show you this. This is one of the 10 by 15" bags, but that's got a Game Boy Advance in it. Perfect for this. But because it's quite a fragile thing, I have foam wrapped that a few times around and then popped it in the bag. So there you go. Anyway, I will leave you there. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that's been helpful to somebody. Check out the links, and I will see you next time. Please give it a thumbs up. Bye for now.